And welcome back to the Texas Underground Radar. I am your host, JVaz. You're watching episode number 25. If you haven't done so, check out episode number 24. We had Blend Tate joining us. We talked about everything that had to do with his come up from, being introduced to dope house right after high school, working in the refineries, and becoming a barber, and everything else in between. Episodes before that, we talked about, we were joined by Mexican Connected, Type Shit Jazzy. Episode 23, we talked about Mexicans lacking identity in the state of Texas. And then right before that, we were joined by the Crash Landing Clique, you know what I'm saying, and Chicano Vega. We talked about their upcoming show this weekend, actually, October 8th. So if you haven't done so, make sure you check them out. Make sure you follow us on all social media pages at the JVaz Show. Follow my boy Never Die at Mr. Never Die. Talk to us, Never Die. How you feeling?
Hey, feeling good, man. Episode 25 is still moving, still grooving.
At what point do we go to season 2? Episode 50?
I think 20 we were supposed to.
Yeah, but we didn't really officially did it. So that's why I'm like, should we make it official?
Should we end it after episode 25? I think so.
I think 50 should make us jump into
50?
Yeah, because at 100 it would be cool to be at season 3.
Okay. I mean, you the boss.
As you can see, we make these decisions on the fly, just like the show. We don't really plan this shit out. So we're back. We're back.
He says that I got 2 pages of notes. Hey, but it's scribble. So.
Y'all wanted him to be for real. You know, when it came to being prepared, he's prepared. I still got like 3 letters here on my text, but that's how we roll here at the Texas Underground Radar.
Yeah.
We're back with another episode here. If you haven't caught on to what we're doing, we're trying to drop 2 episodes a week. One, first episode we'll do interviews. Second episode we'll just talk about everything that we talk about. That way you can focus on the artist interview, and then you can focus on the topics that we're bringing up. Yeah. So we're gonna jump right into this, man, and jump into our first topic of the day. This was brought to us. A topic that was brought up to us by the damn Mexicans on Instagram. And it kind of goes hand in hand with what we've been talking about here the last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. Is there a shift going on in the Latin rap scene? What are your thoughts? They asked. So I'm going to give it to you first, you being the OG and being more familiar with the Latin rap scene right now. Is there a shift going on in your opinion? And what exactly are you seeing different?
I'm saying it's getting a lot more lyrical again. And I kind of thought it was going to start shifting that way. And it's cool, man. I think there's a lot of spitters out there. Yeah.
Sound like the asshole again. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if it's getting more lyrical, but it is. I'm trying to use these big words today, as you can see, and they just won't come out of my mouth. It's getting more. I'm just going to keep it simple. It's getting interesting. As far as the talent there is out here. Momentum. The momentum is picking up is the word I'm trying to use. The momentum is picking up with these artists. We've said it before, how artists are more willing to collaborate amongst each other, mm-hmm. Especially in the Latin market, the Hispanic market. Mm-hmm. They're more open to working together, and it's something that we really need because we do have certain names that are blowing up. And one of my biggest bones to pick with Snow the Product is she's never brought anybody with her. For somebody that always claims, being down for the people, I think one thing that she's lacking in her career is bringing artists over. Now, I know she's tried that before and got burnt, so I don't fully blame her. Yeah. But I'm glad they're here in Texas, and I'm cutting that short because, we're talking about Texas. But I'm glad that here in Texas we are seeing some of these names that are catching momentum, bringing others with them, and even if they're not bringing them with them, they're willing to collaborate with them. So they're not big-headed to where like, oh, I'm not gonna collaborate with you. I mean, they're open to those collabs, and it's definitely helping shift that, that sound out here. That's my opinion on it. So I thought it was a pretty good question. Shouts out to the damn Mexicans.
Already, shout out to
Instagram. Shouts out to Bernie Mark and them. Moving along. Sad news. TMZ reported. Over here, TMZ reported. Coolio died at the age of 59. R.I.P. Coolio, man. That sucks. That was one of my first songs that I really liked in the rap industry, Gangsta's Paradise, because of the movie that came out. Yeah.
Dangerous Minds.
Dangerous Minds. Yeah. Criminal Minds. That's a show. You get it. So R.I.P. Coolio, dead at the age of 59. Never Die. What you got for us?
Man, want to jump into these albums?
Talk to us, man. What you got?
Man, that Player Made Mexicans 4 drop.
Play May Mexicans for
GT Garza and Baby Bash.
Yeah.
Man, it's dope ass album. A lot of West Coast sounding beats on there. A lot of dope features. It jumps in from the city. Dope ass track. Yeah. That whole hard. I put that on my playlist right away. GTFFM with Buns and Accomplice. That track went hard.
Yeah.
Dan Marley. Balmain. Crystal Poppin was on that one. Dedication. I thought Dedication was real cool, where Garza was talking about Bash and meeting him and how he looked out for him, stuff like that. Of course, Crystal Blue Skies, dope ass track. Don't Know with Royal Flows, dope ass album, man.
Count My Spokes was also pretty dope.
Yeah, with Sam Knight.
Yeah. Sambo had been telling me about this song for the longest, and I finally got to hear the project, and I hear it, and I was like, he was right. Like the hook's dope. Paul Wild's on there. So yeah, overall, it's probably one of my favorite Player Made Mexicans albums.
Yeah, mine too. And one thing I've always loved about the Player Made Mexicans is they showed so much love to artists, like you said earlier, like bringing other artists up.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I've always loved about that series, because it's kind of like a compilation, even though it's not. But they put a lot of other artists on.
Yeah, I think that's just been Baby Bash throughout his career though too.
Yeah.
And like he's one of the most humble guys. He knows who he is, so he's not scared to show love to somebody else. And, I'm gonna lose fans or whatever the fuck people might think. Yeah, I fuck with the album myself. 13 tracks, and like you said, when I first heard the first track, it was like, okay, they're setting the tone. Add it to my playlist.
Yeah.
And I've heard it like 3 times already, and it's my favorite Player Made Mexicans album. And I fuck with the first ones that he did with Lucky and them too.
Lucky.
But this one's
Garza go hard on the West Coast beats already.
From LA. He said, nah, fam, San Diego, he said. Shouts out GT. Another album we want to talk about, we both talked about. This is funny because you told me, you brought it up, and I was like, yeah, I got that one too. Accomplice, Boss Talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Accomplice, first time listening to a full album from Accomplice myself. I don't know if he's got previous albums, but I've heard a lot of his singles that he's dropped throughout the last couple of years or whatnot. And I got introduced to his music through Smooth Vega. Shouts out Smooth Vega. And I was like, you know what? He told me about the album dropping. We're supposed to have him on the show here in the upcoming month or whatnot. But he told me about the album dropping, and finally got the time to sit down and listen to the full album. And bro, that dude's dope as fuck. Accomplice is dope.
Yeah. Like,
I fuck with the album as a whole. Maybe because I don't know what I was expecting. I'm not really big into, I don't follow, I'm not gonna say I'm not big into it. I don't follow Dallas artists like that. So I don't know what to expect. But when I heard his album, I was like, okay, this dude can spit, bro. Like I wasn't expecting, I guess, to be that dope. And it turned out to be a pretty dope track. He's got my baby on there. He's got my baby on a track on there, but of course you know that. What was the name of the track? Shooter. He's got Smoking Every Day with GT Garza, 100 Up, Young Easy. You want me to take this call with Smooth Vega? Let me take this call right quick. It's funny because we were just talking about you. Yo.
I've been trying to get a hold of you, man. You're the hardest person to show me.
I'm telling you, hey, you're on speakerphone right now. We're recording Sex Underground Radar, and we just brought you up. I brought up the fact that you introduced me to Accomplice, his music, and then boom, the phone rings, and I was like, damn.
And that's Smooth Vega. Imagine
that. Huh?
Am I on the air?
You on the air, bro?
Oh shit! I was just gonna see if you heard those demos I sent you, man. I've been trying to get your opinion on it.
I haven't been able to listen to them yet, so that's why I haven't told you how I feel about them.
The Texas Underground Radio.
Hey, bro, when's the XP Valentine Power dropping?
It's dropping in 48 hours.
Yeah,
48 hours.
Man, that track. Have you heard it, bro?
I have not heard it.
Man, that track is sick. I can't wait till it drop.
Yeah. So, what's up?
I'm excited about it.
He excited.
You're excited? Oh, okay, you're cutting off. I don't know if it's you or me, but
No, I said I'm excited about the song. But yeah, no, let me know. Give me a call whenever you guys are off the air. Make sure shout out to Accomplice. Shout out to you guys. I didn't want to interfere with y'all's show, man. My bad. I had no idea that Gotta record this 11 at night.
Yeah, yeah, we'll be in this bitch late, but yeah.
JVaz hates me sleeping.
Yeah. Nah, but yeah, bro. I'll give you a holler here in a little bit.
That's good, guys. Y'all have a good show.
All right, bro. Like, what are the chances? This is always happening. People probably think it's scripted. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Smooth Vega. He introduced me to Accomplice. Boom, phone call. But yeah, that's I really fuck with the project, man. It's 10 tracks, banging. How you feel about it?
Yeah, I was fucking with it. He was in a group. Well, they still in the group High Rollers with him and Word Life. But before that, he dropped a lot of solo projects. Shit, I've known him for a minute. Of course, out there in Dallas. I was fucking with that first rap check on the Bible, 100 Up,
yeah.
Dasani, Shooter, and Aware. Last track, that whole real dope.
On the Bible's dope as fuck. I forgot to mention that one.
Yeah, and of course he had features from Young Easy. Shit, Young Easy wrecked that whole Miss Gold, Cap G, GT Garza. Dope ass album, man. I was fucking with a good solid project.
Yeah, shouts out to Accomplice, man. The whole We Lit It committee out there Wednesday nights at Wednesday afternoons at KNON.
Yeah.
What else you got for us?
Shit, I checked out that Boss Vegas M. Dot Microwave Rolly 3 the hard way.
Shouts out.
Man, that was a dope ass album. The only complaint, I was fucking with every track on that whole Bitcoin, Dallas Stars, Yo Move, the whole thing. I just wish it was a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's one of the things we were talking about earlier. While I was telling you right before we started recording that. That's one of the things that I dislike about the way people are releasing music today. Mm-hmm. Like the other day, Bo Bundy put out a song, and I told him, I said, bro, this is one of my favorite songs from you. Mm-hmm. Like, but there's something I don't like. He's like, what's that? I said, bro, it's like 1 minute and 30 seconds long. Mm-hmm. Where's the second verse? Where's the third verse? But I want more. He's like, well, he said that was the idea behind it, to leave me wanting more so I can come back for more. Mm-hmm. I don't know, what approach they took. Yeah. But that's what he told me.
Well, that's funny because I did talk to M. Dot, and he said they are working on part 2.
So you wanted more? Yeah. We're coming with more. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and shout out to them boys too, because we went out there to the release party and Amazing G Love performed. I performed. It was a good turnout, a real dope show. Appreciate them boys for having me. Us, my bad.
Having me. I see that. Y'all think I be making this shut up. It's all about him. It's all about him. Another drop of the week. We got Jimmy of the Saints got a song called Heater. Just checked that out a couple hours ago. I really actually fuck with it. Jimmy and the Saints has sent me a lot of good music though, so I wasn't surprised. But his latest single's called Heater. Fuck a bitch, I don't need her. I think that's how the hook goes, and I was like, okay, I fuck with it, man. Jimmy of the Saints. I don't even know where Jimmy from, bro.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Jimmy of the Saints, shouts out, bro. Again, I don't even know where he's from, but the dude jams. It's definitely something to check out. So, man. We were before we go back to more projects. I don't know if you got any more, but just to mix it up a little bit, I got one more to talk about.
Okay.
Let's just get it out the way. Tristeza. I talked about it on the last episode. I was giving props to Chicano Vega, but I have to talk about it because I have it on my notes since before we even had them on the show. Mm-hmm. But Chicano Vega has a single called Tristeza featuring Chop the Father. I love the visual. It's very simple yet intriguing enough to keep you watching. And then it helps that these guys are lyrical as fuck and they paint a picture. They're telling you a story in their voice. I'm a big fan of voices. Yeah. If I like your voice and how you're delivering on a track, then I'm probably gonna become a fan.
Already.
And it's something that we talked about earlier, that I told you there was music that I didn't listen to back in the day because I didn't like their voice.
Yeah.
And and I know we always make fun of it and y'all pick on me about how much I like Miss Gold, but her voice is very interesting to me.
Definitely.
Like, I love her voice, and that's the reason I became a fan. Yeah. So now every time she drives, she just recently dropped as well. Yeah. But I haven't heard the track enough to review it, so I'm not going to talk about it yet. So we'll talk about it in the next episode. Okay. Just out of respect to Miss Gold, because again, I've heard it once, but I didn't. I was editing, so I didn't really pay attention. So it'll be an unfair, biased opinion. But I'm a big fan of voices. If I like your voice, then I'm going to check out your music more dive deep into your catalog. And Chicano Vega got a dope voice. Chop Father got a dope voice, dope delivery. Big fan of the lyrics. Have you had a chance to check it out?
Yeah, I checked it out last week. It's dope, man. Chop the Father got the golden touch right now, man.
Yeah, Chop the Father, man. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes it sounds like we're just kissing these artists' ass because they're on the show, bro. But on some real shit, I'm a fan of
No, that's why they on the show.
What they're doing, yeah.
Yeah, that's why they on the show, because we fans of them. They out here working hard.
And speaking of being on the show, man, I just want to clear some things up. So we were at SOT. Shouts out to Hustle Time Network. Shouts out to Tex. We were at SOT this past weekend, and a lot of artists coming up to me and wanting to be on the show. First, I want to say I appreciate the love. It's actually dope as fuck to see you guys wanting to be a part of the show, appreciating what we're doing and enjoying the platform, enjoying the shows. And I know that most of you are watching because y'all tell me things that are like in the mix of the episodes. And then I was like, okay, they are watching, because if they just watched the first 5 minutes, then they wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
And I know every time I run into some of these artists, I tell them, like, hey, we're going to get to you. We have a list. And we've said this before, but I just want to say it again. We do have a list. We're not telling you we're going to get you on and then forget about you. We are going to get people on, which is the reason why we're doing this twice a week now, so we can keep, because at one point I had even mentioned to you that 1 week we'll do interviews, the other week we'll do episodes, but then that's going to make the list longer and harder to get through. So that's another reason we're doing 2 episodes a week, so we can continue to do the interviews. But Never Die does have a list, and we are going down that list.
And I'm checking it twice.
Christmas is around the corner. So if you're acting bad, nah. So again, I appreciate you guys for constantly running into us and be like, hey, I want to be on the show. That's dope as fuck. We appreciate the love. Yeah. We are going down the list, so we are going to have you on eventually. But SOT, a couple of things I wanted to talk about SOT. First, the talent that was at SOT is probably some of the best talent that I've seen, where I was in the back listening to what I could, and it made it hard for me to say this guy's going to win, right? Because there was a lot of talented artists on stage. For previous times, you could tell who was going to win.
Yeah.
It was like when OT won, there was no question in my mind OT was going to win that one.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of dope artists, but you just knew OT was going to win that one. And then, this one, it was kind of like, okay, it's between these artists. And then, boom, this other artist won. I was like, he's dope as fuck, but I didn't think he was gonna win.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Chapo, FNM Chapo. He's the one SOT. I think it was 11 SOT 11. Is that where we're at now?
I'm not sure what number it was.
So we're not gonna mention the number, but he's the one that won SOT. So he'll be joining the JVaz show later on. We've had him on the Texas Underground radar, so we're not gonna have him on this show again. So we'll have him on the JVaz show. But my only bone to pick is. Got 2 things. One, I want to pick on the artists. You got to remember that this industry has become an image. You got to sell your image for people to like you, people to respect you, and present yourself as such. You know how they've always told us, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Some of these artists are not even trying to dress up for anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just got off work and got on stage. That might be the case, but at least put a little effort. You know what I'm saying? Put a little effort behind it. But my biggest issue is with the sound quality we're getting. And it's something I was telling you. The sound quality, I don't know if it's that hard to get it right. I don't know, because I'm not part of that mix. But we need to do a better, as a DJ, if you're DJing for these events, pay attention. Don't just earn your money, hit record and move on. No, I mean hit record, hit play and move on. Pay attention to what's going on stage. And if you hear the artists, a lot of these artists were dope, but it just sounded like, it's like, bro, turn it down a little bit. Yeah. It's going to be okay. And then if they have a hype man, turn down that mic, the second mic down a little bit so the hype man doesn't overpower the main performer.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest issue. I've talked about it in the past, and I'm going to keep talking about it until it gets fixed, because a lot of these artists are talented, but they're not being fully represented. The talent is not being represented enough because of the sound quality that we're getting from these shows. So turn it down a little bit. There's no need for this shit to be extremely loud to where you can't even understand what these artists are saying. Outside of that, dope ass event. Shouts out to everybody that stopped by behind the stage, did a quick little drive, quick little interviews. And again, we're gonna get to you guys, but that's the only thing I had to say about that. I know you guys have been busy. What you guys been working on?
Man, Super P been in town, bro. We've been shooting videos like crazy. So just trying to knock out. We got a bunch of singles. Anna Mays she shot a video with Cap G called "You With It." She shot her Intoxicated video. Baller. Shout out to everybody that pulled up on Monday night for us. Man, Slabs, Trucks, everybody came out. The people showed out. G Love shot a new single, "Poppin'." G Love and Anna Mays got a "Let's Talk." Man, we just getting them in the chamber, getting ready to go.
How many videos y'all shot that day?
We shot 2 that night. Well, really, it was 2 scenes. But we've been constantly shooting every day. Like last night, 1:30 in the morning, we're out shooting. Wake up for work 5 o'clock in the morning.
remember when I said this industry don't give a fuck?
Yeah.
They know this man got to wake up at 4, and y'all got him at 1:30. God damn.
What time is it right now, JVaz?
10:49. That's because he wanted to start the interviews at 8:30. I could be here at 6. Nah, but yeah, man. I've been seeing y'all out there being busy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't pull up, but I got a lot of editing to do, and somebody's got to edit the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start pulling up a little bit more. I'm trying to cut back on the amount of work that I do, so that I can start showing support to the people that that I fuck with.
Already.
So I'm closing the studio down for more days. I'm only gonna have it open for like 3-4 days out the week, and I'm cutting back on the work that I do. So I'm not gonna be doing events anymore. I'm gonna show up to the events, but I'm not gonna be recording. Because that does take time for the editing and putting it together, and then showing up to the event itself. Instead of showing up to a certain event that I'm expected to be at, I could be at home editing and showing up last minute or whatever the fuck might be. But I'm cutting back on things so that it opens up my book to be able to show up to stuff where I show love and whatnot.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got, man. Next week, I'll be streaming live either on YouTube or Facebook. So make sure you follow us on YouTube at The JVaz Show, and go like the Facebook page at The JVaz Show. I'll be streaming. Let me clarify something. I know I just said I'm not going to be doing...
What I just said.
Yeah, what I just said. What I meant is I'm not going to have my camera and be editing and making it look all cute. So you're going to get raw footage from the ESPN birthday bash live from my cell phone, live to Facebook or YouTube. I still haven't decided which one I'm going to get on, but it's going to be live, and it's not going to be no editing, so it's going to be raw. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you see is what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes type shit. That's what I want to focus more on, because I'm already there, so it's not going to be nothing. Just pick up my phone and record. I don't have to go home and edit anything. But SPM's birthday bash coming up October 7th at the Dope House. Got a cool little lineup. You know what I'm saying? Got Young Easy, got Brick, Wolfpack, Mexican OT, and obviously the Dope House family going to be there as well. What else you got for us?
Who's your artist of the week, JVaz?
Where the fuck I feel like it? Gosh. Sound like, what's his name? What's the name
Napoleon
of that movie?
Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite. Whatever I feel like it. Gosh. Artist of the week, man. It's actually a group of artists. There's two of them, Tillo and JR. So I got introduced to them about the beginning of the year when I started working with Athena. They performed at an event for Athena. And first, I was more intrigued by their performance than their music. Like, you see Tillo, and I wasn't expecting Tillo to get down and start dancing and all this shit he was doing. I was like, oh, look at my boy getting down. So then I started following them on social media, got more familiar with their music, saw them perform again here at the Viva Mexico Fest, brought to you by Mexican Connected and Athena. And I was sold. I'm like, these guys are fucking legit. Not only does their music sound good, but they know how to work the stage. They put on a good show. And again, they recently dropped a couple tracks. I don't want to butcher the name of the tracks, so I'm not even going to try to, you know how it goes. People get mad when I don't say their names right. But Tillo JR, I legit fuck with their music. I like what they're doing. So that's why I'm making them artist of the week. And make sure you guys follow them. You can find the link of their Instagram on the description of the podcast, description of the video. And again, I love the way they perform. The show they put on stage, the energy's dope. And they're very well coordinated with their little dance moves and shit they be doing.
Already.
And it's good for the camera. It looks good on camera, goddamn.
Already.
But yeah, that's my artist of the week, man. Tillo and JR. Who you got?
Man, for my artist of the week, I went with Nico Studio. I've been seeing a lot of artists posting their videos from them rapping in the studio, and I'm really fucking with it, man. That's dope because it's pushing the movement forward. I seen Stone Thugger, KP keep pushing, Chop the Father, JT aka Face, and FNF Chapo did one, and I'm really fucking with them videos. And he shoots full videos too, like he shot Miklo's About Mine. So I'm really fucking with what he's doing. It's dope.
That's dope. I was not aware of that, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
Man, them boys been wrecking them hoes too, and just the whole vibe of it and everything is really dope.
Yeah, I have to check it out. They're on Instagram.
Yeah.
Whenever you send me the link so I can add them on the editing or whatever, I'm gonna check them out.
Already.
Shouts out to them, man. That's actually a dope ass idea. Just to say the name of the single they recently dropped. Tillo recently dropped a single called Blessings featuring JR and D Baby. They dropped it about 3 weeks ago. That's the single I was referring to.
Nice.
So a segment that I've enjoyed, man, and we kind of got away for it for a little bit. We brought it back last week. The OG classics, man. What you got for us?
Man, I went with 200% Hater Proof from Hater Proof Records. Classic album.
Speaking of bias.
Hey, I was only on one song on that album. I could have picked one where I was on a bunch of songs. But nah, shit, it had I'd Rather Bang Screw.
Classic. Ball is Smashing.
Yeah, Avoiding
Classic.
the Feds with Agony Life and Magno.
That was a dope ass track.
Down for My Block, Flossing Looking Good featuring ESG, Hater Herder, Voicemail, man. It was a dope ass album. Big
Ball is Smashing
C's.
was. Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. When he told me he was gonna pick this album, I said, bro, I've never heard it. Never heard the whole album. Never. And I've told this many people, I'd rather be honest with you than fucking be an asshole and lie like, oh yeah, top 5 favorite album of all time.
Facts,
like,
facts.
I'm not gonna say that.
Hey, we don't do that here.
But then once I started hearing the album, I was like, okay, I've heard all these songs. Maybe I have heard the fucking album.
Because he shot videos for all of them.
Yeah, and at that time, that's what I was into. I was just watching the music videos because I was trying to keep up with what was happening around me. Down for My Block, dope ass track. C's was always cold with them samples on the hooks.
Yeah.
Down for My Block, like catchy as fuck.
Yeah.
Ball is Smashing.
Yeah.
With
Ink on
Grade
My
A.
Body.
Yeah, Ink on
That wasn't
My
on this
Body. I don't
album,
give a
but,
motherfucker.
yeah.
That was also that wasn't on here.
Yeah.
Rather Bang Screw, obviously a fucking classic.
He was also a master at creating hooks.
Yeah.
He was real good at making catchy hooks.
Yeah. C's, you actually owe me a beat. I went to C's studio one day and we were supposed to make this. It was an SPM sample we were gonna make. He wasn't fully sold on the idea. He's like, I don't really like making SPM samples.
Yeah.
He's like, but I'll make it for you. And can't remember. I still have the half-ass sample he sent me, but we never got to finish it. But C's always been cold with that shit, man. So
Already.
OG classics.
Man, shout out to Big C's, Vago, Criminal, Braze One, C's Music, Grouch, Mr. Nava.
Shouts out.
Boys were doing their thing, man. But let me make this point. That's why I put this album on here, because C's was one of the first people, especially when YouTube started, that started making cheap videos. So he kind of changed the game with that.
Yeah.
And that's when all this hit at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Because that's when YouTube came out. Then he started doing the screw video mixes, and all the slabs were riding, bumping them hoes.
Yeah.
So all that just came into one big moment. And
Yeah.
Damn.
When I was making music, one of my goals as an artist was to get my video shot by Hater Proof Films.
yeah.
And he shot my first music video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I was actually the first video that he shot.
Yeah.
We shot it in Dallas, and he didn't know about lighting and stuff like that, so we shot it in the reunion ball, and we couldn't see us because of the lighting.
First video he ever shot.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
So it never came out.
So technically he wasn't the first. Nah, yeah.
No,
That's dope.
technically we shot it, but it just didn't come out.
Yeah. I remember when I did the song, like I said, my dad would pay for all my shit, and he was like, you know, how much are you going to pay for the video? Who's going to shoot it? I was like, I have no idea, but I really like these people. Like, I like, you know, I think they had put out I'm From Houston. Like around that time, I had like tuned into that single. And I was like, and I like the work they do. I really want a music video shot by them.
Shout out to the Chopaholics again, too,
Yeah.
because they the one that put that on the radio.
Blew the fuck up.
Yep.
So I remember I was at the Dub Car show, and my booth just happened to be right next to Hater Proof booth. And I'm sure Seeds has been approached by people that were just bullshitting, like, hey, shoot my video, and then never get back with him. So I told him, I said, hey, bro, I want you to shoot my video. How much you charge? He's like, well, what do you have in mind? And he's like, as a matter of fact, just call me. So I called him, and he was very kind of like not fully invested into the idea, I guess. Because, again, he had never met me. He didn't know if I was for real. He's like, so what exactly are you expecting from this video? He's like, because I can't give you a number unless you tell me what you want. He's like, you can't tell me you want a car exploding, a helicopter, and you want me to shoot it for $400, and that's not going to happen. Yeah. So, you know, finally told him, this is the idea I have. This is what I want to do. Okay, this is my budget. Let's make it happen. Boom, shot my first music video with Hater Proof. He put it on his Hater Proof page, and I got so much hate. People, because it was a love song with Coast. And they were like, Hater Proof, why are you doing this? Why are you doing love songs? And they comments on there like, he's not Hater Proof. And I'm like, I'm not Hater Proof. He just shot my video. And then eventually the song caught on. People liked it or whatnot. But Hater Proof's fan base didn't. because they thought I was a new hate-proof artist doing love
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all supposed to be down for the block, not over here kissing bitches' ass. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to Big C's and the whole Hater-Proof family,
Already.
who once was part of Hater-Proof family. What else you got, man?
Man, I think that's about it, sir.
That's about it. I don't have any shit to talk right now. I wish I had more to talk. I wish I had more to say, but I don't. So, cool episodes. We're keeping them short. We're going to be coming to your screen twice a week. I've been hella busy, so I don't really have too many topics to talk about.
Facts, me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm exhausted.
We'll eventually, I can tell he's tired, but we'll eventually, get on here and bring up more topics, man. Again, that's why I'm cutting back on everything else that I do, just so I can have more time to invest into the show.
That's why JVaz needs to let me have liquor again.
I mean, he can drink. I'm just not drinking.
The ban is lifted. Y'all heard that.
The ban is lifted. Is that why Animes and them not coming no more because there's no liquor? Is that why? Nah, but
Nah, they shooting videos, bro. They trying to finish up the videos right now.
But yeah. So I just want to say appreciate every single one of you guys that take the time to watch, even if it's 10, 20 minutes, whatever amount of time you watch. We appreciate you for sharing, commenting, liking the videos, or even if you're just watching the clips on Instagram and not on YouTube, that's also dope as fuck. We appreciate you guys. We are fully independent. We're 100% coming out of pocket for these things. So not only are we doing this for the underground, we are the underground. So we appreciate all the underground support that we do get. And hopefully we continue to grow and continue to bring you guys dope content. So leave us a comment who you would like for us to bring on next. Again, I do this just to get an idea of what you guys want to see. We do have a list, but I do want to see who you would like to have for us to have on the show.
Even any topics you want us to talk about.
Yeah, shoot us some topics. I'm trying to do that again. We were doing it for a while there where I was just posting, give us a topic. What do you want to talk about? Give us a single. But again, been so busy, been not having time for it. But we're gonna start doing that every week again. So when we do post, either me or Never Die, to shoot us a topic, shoot it. And even if we don't get to it that week, if it's interesting enough, we'll eventually get to it. But,
definitely.
Again, thank you guys for watching. I'm JVaz. Follow me on all social media pages at the JVaz Show. Forgot to be an asshole today, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off with being an asshole. On Facebook, it's my personal page. Stop sending me music on Facebook. Probably not gonna listen to it. And I get a lot of other messages from things that matter. Not saying your music don't matter.
He said from
but
women.
For my music, for my personal page, your music don't matter. Because I'm there with family and shit like that. I appreciate you guys sending me the friend requests. Most of the people that I have on Facebook have become like a family throughout the years because they get my stupid ass humor and shit like that. But it's hard for me to get on Facebook when I know I'm there for family and other personal shit and to take the time to listen to music. So if you got something you want me to check out, please send it to my Instagram or to my email. That way I can actually listen to it. Because on Facebook, you're probably going to get overlooked. So it's not me being an asshole, it's more me caring enough that, hey, I do want to check out your music, but just send it to the right place. So, again, appreciate you guys adding me, but it's more of a personal page just so I can be myself. But follow me on social media at the JVaz Show. I am JVaz on my Instagram as well. Never Die.
Man, I just want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. Everybody that's been supporting New Wave Click. Big things happening, man. I really appreciate y'all. The city turned out for us on Monday. On a Monday, invite only. The city turned up for us. We really appreciate it, for real.
Never die. Never die. I'm JVaz, and you're watching the Texas Underground Radar, episode number 25. Guys, let's go.
Texas motherfucker. Texas motherfucker. Texas motherfucker. Texas motherfucker.